I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
money. Dollars. What's up, everybody? The Gritty Gamblers are back in the building.
How you doing, Joe? How we doing?
I'm doing good.
We back here again on another Monday, coming back to you guys this summer during the dry summer of bets, man. It's been a dry summer so far after the Euros, man. It's gonna be a rough one, but we doing all right. We doing all right, man. What was you looking at this weekend, Parlay? What had you entertained?
Not much, honestly. I was really what had me entertained was college football 25. I stayed off most everything. Dabbled a little bit, missed only had 3 bets all week, missed all 3, so it is what it is. They were all parlays and a long shot in golf. I thought someone hit a birdie and then I was like, oh, was it Scotty? I can't remember. Somebody hit a birdie and I took them for like half a unit to win like $200 and they didn't hit.
Oh snap! Okay.
It was like quick, but he messed up like the next hole.
Well, yeah, it's been a pretty slow weekend. You know me, I was trying to track MLS just for my dumb ass to realize that the MLS is over after till the All-Star break now until after the Olympics too, just like every other sport right now. So pretty we are,
Tough.
yeah. And the one thing I did notice is that you know how there's Olympic soccer too for the gold medal. Most
Yeah, I was
teams
about to say, do we have Olympic soccer?
Yes, but how it is the men's are sending all the men's they have to send their U23 teams. That's how Olympic soccer is. They have to send their under 23 teams minus about 2 or 3 veterans you're allowed to have on the team. And I went through this morning and actually took a thorough look at each of the rosters. In Spain's roster, I mean, they have players who are playing first team football in La Liga playing in that tournament. So it's just because they're young doesn't mean they're not getting PT or they're not quality players. That's what happens when you have academies like Barcelona in your league and they play young players at like 16, 17 years old. So yeah, Spain's U23 team looks really solid. So does France. Those are probably the 2 favorites going into that. I'll get into that in a little bit later though. But I did want to highlight that the MLS for the weekend that we did track it had pretty good tracking. We got all our game bets right. The only thing we missed was a Luis Suarez prop. So besides that, we did pretty good on the MLS tracking over the weekend.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Yeah. You see
Baseball's
that?
officially back.
I
So
was
we
just
do
about to
have
ask you. You see baseball back?
we got a parlay for later. So I got one play, 2-leg
For tonight?
parlay. Yeah, we got 2-legger.
Okay.
2 teams I really like, so hey.
MLB, I'm starting to get back into it because we're gonna have to track it and it be the main sport for a little bit here. So I'm gonna have to get back into it until probably mid-August when the Prem's back at least. But I don't know, man. I find it interesting because MLB can be so wishy-washy, but then at the same time it can be so it can be pretty fruitful. It can be. It just
Yeah,
depends on runs with the MLB. You gotta be on the right run.
literally.
Yeah, but looking back into the rest of the recap, brother, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the UFC Fight Night last Saturday because we did give you guys a lock saying that the Verna Janariba, I just call her Verna finished Amanda Lemos, got the submission win in the main event. We told you she'd be about pretty good solid as the favorite around -130, -125. Um, Excellent showing, submission win in the second round. I can't really say too much more. I watched the fight and I watched the card. The card was pretty dull besides it, but the main event was a good finish and a good betting lock for what it was.
Nice.
Now before moving on and getting out of the recap, I did want to ask you, did you see the WNBA All-Star team actually beat the Olympic team?
That's why
Now,
that one girl had 34 in the second half and none in the first. Yeah, she should be on the Olympic team.
You
Caitlin
talking
Clark.
about Enrique
Yeah,
Ngumbuyangle?
yeah. And
She didn't want to. She didn't try out herself because the politics of the team, bro. She didn't want to deal with it.
she should be on the team. But also, what I was listening to is apparently they just took the best 12 players. That's why she wasn't on the team. But
If it's Enrique you're talking about,
yeah,
she didn't really want to be on it because she didn't want to deal with the politics of like Diana Taurasi, all these types of guards who were already like fighting and doing all this BS for their spots. It's like, bro, if y'all want it, you got it. But then her and Caitlyn, they look good in that game against the
Caitlin had
selections.
10 assists.
So
And
even Angel
Ringo's
Reese
girl,
looked good, whether you want to say it or not. She looked good too.
yeah, double. She might have stat padded a little bit here and there like she always does, but she did get a double.
But the main thing is the only thing that doesn't matter is at the end of the day, the U.S. is still a high favorite in both men and women's basketball at the Olympics gold medals. The U.S. is a high favorite in both men and women's. Now they're more likely to win the women's than they are the men's. The men's though should still win because they're sending the goon.
LeBron's the GOAT, so we might be all right.
We're sending a goon squad to the men's. Like we usually don't. I don't think we've sent players this good since maybe 08.
You see what LeBron did today?
What versus Germany?
Yeah.
Bro,
Game winner again.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. You saw what happened for South Sudan, bro. People were already trying to make fun.
Hey, LeBron saved the day.
We were down 13 to South Sudan at one point, parlay.
Did we win?
Yes.
All right, so LeBron saved the day, right? All right.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, technically, when it's Olympic time, KD's our best player.
Yeah, but
KD's the greatest U.S. basketball Olympian of all time.
negative. Don't ever say that, Carmelo Anthony.
No, it's literally KD. Carmelo ain't done shit for us compared to KD.
He's won 3 gold medals.
KD took them kids to a gold medal to Tokyo by himself.
3 gold medals.
So
What do you
KD
mean
has
he's
2.
done shit?
KD is not. KD
Melo-
equals him as my point.
Melo is Mr. Olympia.
KD leads the country in scoring in the Olympics.
It's Melo, bro. Melo.
Nah, it's definitely KD. KD had to take these kids to Tokyo in 2020 when you have Booker arguing who guards Luka better. You got Tatum talking about he don't know how to win rings yet. KD took all these kids to the gold medals. KD took them kids to the gold medal like it was nothing, bro. Like it was nothing. And he's about to go win his 4th.
He might not win his 4th.
All right, now you're hating on the U.S. just the glaze Melo. That's crazy. You got it, parlay. You got it. I'm not gonna let you got it.
Have you seen the last 2 games? You just said that we weren't looking good.
And at the end of the day, we've lost games in warm-ups the past couple of years and still went on to win the gold medal, bro. We're undefeated in warm-ups. That's all I care about.
Not looking good. Not looking good.
Man. All right, man. As soon as I heard you say they're not gonna win it, I was like, let me stop, bro. Parlay, you got this one, bro. I'm not gonna.
Not looking good.
Okay,
We're gonna
parlay.
lose to South Sudan again. We're gonna lose to Spain.
Man.
We're gonna lose to Canada.
Bro, Spain is 47 years old.
Yeah, we're gonna lose to them.
Why? Because we don't got Carmelo Anthony podcast hosting us.
Nah, cause we ain't got 3 medals. Fucking Carmelo Anthony, man.
You ain't like that podcast hosting us. You had to correct it.
Son, get out of here.
No, that was funny. That was funny, bro. But nah. Moving out of that's pretty much the recap, man. It was like I said, dry summer. That's mostly what we gonna have to cover. But moving on to the Olympics starting this week, man. You hear the news? LeBron's gonna be the first U.S. basketball player to be the flag bearer.
Yeah, what do you think about that? People are uproar.
I think it's great. I think people are just in uproar because it's LeBron and he don't go to the Olympics. But
Nah,
they don't. What's up? Huh?
It's because he took a knee.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then people are that's stupid. But
Oh, that's one.
all right, yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're not gonna the biggest athlete in of our Olympic stature, and you don't want him to go do that because he took a knee. You're crazy. You know how many athletes took a knee in the mid 2010s, bro? Deal with it. That's kind of my opinion.
Hey, is some people think it's like having Megan Rapinoe carry the flag.
And you know what you know what's funny? You know what you have to tell some of those people? The sad part you got to those people that are gonna hurt their soul. Most of those people who are just sitting at home flipping the couch on the remote. You know what you get to tell those people? She sadly did more for her country than you have for yours.
Did she?
I specifically highlighted with people. If you've gone and you've actually served your country and you've done other things, more power to you. But she's gone and won World Cups and gold medals for her country. What have you done?
What did she do the last time?
Brother, I'm telling you, as a whole, people are gonna take one person's whole thing for their whole career. I'm telling you what she's done.
I guarantee you, if they try to have her hold the flag, it would be like protests.
You know what you also have to understand? LeBron got voted this by all the U.S. athletes, so that's another reason that you kind of just have to deal with it.
Hey, I'm not against it.
Like, I'm not really here for
what I've heard on Twitter.
And I'm here to be the guy to sit around those narratives and let you know that those people
read the comments.
Crazy
and see for yourself.
It is what it is.
Happy.
It is what it is. They could deal with it. You know what I tell those people? You want a cookie? You want a cookie, brother? Tough luck, man. He's the most recognizable U.S. sports star at the Olympics. Deal with it. Like, I don't know what else people want to say. He's the most marketable athlete at the whole event for any country, not just the U.S. Like, that's crazy. It's like, do we need to play the LeBron James? Like, come on now. Come on.
I can.
But you get my point. But besides that, back into the Olympics, and then Team USA, I mean, for the women's side, they're looking like even more favorites in the Olympics this year. The only real sides I'm seeing that could be a little bit of pressure on them generally is going to be a team like maybe like Australia. But even them's like they're not fully like competing right now, really fully as a team. I know they lost Cam Page too. She's washed, bro. She's playing overseas right now. She's even in WNBA. She don't trust the league, she says. And then, like we mentioned, for the U23 soccer, Spain and France are the early favorites. Now, one thing I did notice is for the women that it's not U23. All ages, I think, can play, if I'm not mistaken. So Team USA will be sending out the women's team out there, of course. And I don't think they're necessarily the favorite with the Spain winning the World Cup last year in women's and having a really good squad to do it. Or England won. The England squad's pretty deep. But America will have a squad there. And while we're in a transitional period right now, our women's national team, with all the veterans starting to leave the team and the young players starting to get into the team more, I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to, really make an impact at the Olympics. I think our women's team has a much better chance of making an impact than our men's team because our men's team is in the gutter right now mentally, our program, after what happened at Copa America last month. So now, were there any specific Olympic events you're excited to watch this summer?
Yeah, curling.
Curling?
It doesn't happen in the summer. I'm fucking around.
I like curling.
Nah, did they have surfing? I'm definitely gonna watch surfing because I've been to the U.S. Open, so I'm definitely gonna do that. Do they have some type of you know how during the winter they have that they cross country ski and then they shoot rifles? Do they have anything like that?
They might have a decathlon, but I don't know about rifles.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch that. I like that. That's fun.
They might have just straight or
archery.
Don't they have shooting, whatever it's called, shooting? Isn't that an Olympic sport?
Yeah, I feel like it is. Used to be.
You might have to do some channel surfing during the event days and try to find something.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Hey
gonna be.
man, speaking, we're talking about it right now. You know, I was watching a documentary that came out the other night. You know who it's about?
What's up,
That man, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry?
Yeah, man, and it was about his wrestling a little bit too, but it was also about his time before wrestling when he was like one of the bigger stars in the mid '90s for the U.S. Olympic team, especially during '96 when he was one of the biggest weightlifters in the country, and on the grand stage he has
Not
a
the dude
bunch
that
of
gets shot.
no. Mark Henry was the power lifter for the U.S. that went in the
You never
wrestling.
seen that one?
Not that I
They
know
got a
of.
movie with, like Steve Carell and Channing Tatum, and he like hosts all the wrestlers at his place because he's like this rich dude who like has
Are
like
you talking about like 21 Jump Street?
no, bro, what?
When you said Channing Tatum, that's what I thought.
And Steve Carell.
Oh, it's not, never mind, never mind. But
One
no,
second.
Mark Henry, he was a U.S. Olympic athlete, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out while with that part of it, because
It's
he was
called
trying to.
Foxcatcher.
Oh, Foxcatcher, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about the Hughes, the Olympics in like the not the Hughes. I don't know if Hughes is
90s.
the right name. No, 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 no. The two wrestlers. I forgot. I'm trying to remember the name, the last name.
Mark Schultz and David
Schultz is
Schultz.
what it was. Schultz is what it was. I thought Hughes for a second. It was Schultz. Yeah. And then the John DuPont was the owner that killed him. Yeah, I know that. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's a famous story.
yeah. No, that's I thought you were talking about that, but never mind.
Nah, nah,
That's a
nah.
good movie too.
Yeah, I've
I'm
seen
gonna have to
that.
watch that tonight. That's a great movie.
But nah, nah, nah. Shout out to Mark
I've seen
Henry, man.
the documentary too. It's pretty good too.
Bro, yeah, the doc is really what.
Yeah, the box good because they tell the wife tells it or whatever. The mom tells.
It's sad, man. Very sad. Another thing I'm gonna mention and bring it up because I think I've been mentioning it. I do think one of my picks is that Canada will. If you could bet this on like a team to medal, Canada would be the team I'd like to
Mm,
bet on to medal in
I was gonna
basketball.
say the same thing. I was reading some stuff. I like that.
The one thing that they have that can take you far in tournament type style basketball is elite guard play. That's what you need in this tournament style basketball to make clutch shots to get you deep. At the end of the day, a team like France is kind of like their opposite end, which France has a lot of the big men and a lot of the bigs with Remy and Gobert. So that is something to look out for. I think that's just about it from us on the early side for the Olympics. I mean, we'll probably have some more on Thursday as the events are starting to go on. I mean, we've seen a couple events. I know Spain is. I was looking at the money line for their soccer game that kicks off on the first day of the Olympics, bro.
Yeah.
They're like minus 500 already, bro. So I was just like, yeah, yeah. I might just bet Spain or France to win the tournament and just not look at it until later. But it's weird because Olympic betting, you have to like I don't know. I don't really like how the Olympic betting is lined up because of how the events are lined up for soccer, but I might just have to deal with it. All right. I think that's just about
Patty the
it for.
Valley, undervalued.
We were just about to get to that. I was just about to bring it up. So moving on from the Olympics, we're gonna start our UFC 304 coverage today. We'll have some more on Thursday when the lines get closer, as well as we're closer to the card. But we will get most of our coverage in today, just because it's one of our longer show today, and two, it's good to start it with the UK card starting this week. So as Joe mentioned, Joe's two people are fighting on this card that he's been hyping up the past few weeks. He got Patty the Batty, he's got Meatball Molly fighting on this card. We knew Joe would probably have something for one of, if not both of them. Probably at least Patty though, in on this card. So where were you looking
Yeah.
at parlay?
So we'll start with Molly. Molly's at minus 362. Kind of hard to take. Probably will have something closer the time. Maybe Thursday. Might do like a submission bet again. Last time she did win off submission. We did bet that. So that was a great bet. But minus 362, hard to take. Could be something interesting looking at that over 2.5 maybe. I have to read up a little bit on that. But I will be taking Patty the Batty at minus 106. He's undervalued here versus King Green, aka Bobby Green. Let me just go straight to FanDuel. Patty the fucking Batty, baby. Hey, let me tell you something. This is a Scouser. Scousers don't get knocked out, okay? Listen to me here, okay? Scousers don't get knocked out. Scousers choke people out. Scouser. Hey, Patty the Batty. By submission. It's coming.
Okay.
We'll get the odds for you Thursday, but I think that's going to be a thing. But we are going to take probably a few units, a nice little play on Patty to win straight up right now.
Okay. So Patty the Batty's locked in with Parlay, man. Parlay's locked in with Patty, man. He's riding and dying with Patty the Batty.
Also, if you want a little factual stuff for us, a little data, Green is 37. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Patty's 29. We're the same age. He just turned 29. He just had 2 kids too. So he's going to knock him out for them, but he doesn't really knock people out. So don't bet that. But Green has been TKO'd in 3 times in his past 2.5 years. That's not good. He could knock him out. This could be the guy he knocks out. Oh man. But this also opened at plus 160 for Patty, and it's come all the way to minus 106 now.
Okay.
And he's fighting in. Where's he fighting, Matt?
They're fighting in the UK.
Yo, let's go. Hometown kid, baby. You got to take the hometown kid.
Yeah, they're going to be fighting in Manchester, yeah.
Easy 5 units. Put it on Patty the Batty, baby.
Okay, that's interesting. Looking at the, oh wow, how's Patty the Batty not the favorite?
Exactly.
If King Gring's favorited, that's interesting. That means they don't think Patty can fight. Okay,
But he opened at plus 160.
Okay, maybe they think he can fight a little bit.
He's come up a lot.
Yeah, he's at plus 105, plus 110 right now.
Yeah.
But looking at the 2 main title fights that I was looking at, you got Leon and Tom Aspinall. Aspinall sitting around like minus 190, minus 390, minus 400 almost. And you got Leon sitting around minus 230, minus 250. In my opinion, of the 2, you can't really bet on them both. But if you're going to pick one, definitely bet Leon. Because in my opinion, Leon's more of a lock to win than Aspinall is. And Aspinall's odds are ridiculous. So that being said, definitely take Leon of the 2. Leon's probably going to end up being the lock of the card. And knock on wood, I can't tell you the last time we've missed a lock on the card fight in a minute now, Parlay. I think we're on a crazy heater when we give a lock for a UFC card. Usually when we give a lock for a UFC card, we find a way for it to go through. I think I'm going to be locking it with Leon on this card because he's a warrior champion at 170, bro. Bilal and him had a fight. This is their rematch. They had a fight before, and it ended in a no contest with an eye poke. But before that, Leon was working him and really leading it. Aspinall and Curtis Blades is a similar situation with Aspinall being in this situation with Blades before, and he actually got hurt. His knee randomly popped on a freak injury in their first fight, and Blades was awarded the win off that. So in their rematch, Aspinall is going to be looking to get retribution from that incident. So I wouldn't be surprised if Aspinall comes back and takes it, and they're 1-1 now.
Nice.
One fight I was just looking at before I went on that talk that did interest me was, I didn't even put this in the notes, was I see Chris Leroy Duncan is 10-1. He's actually on the main card and he's a slight favorite. I've seen, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he's been getting some key wins. He had his first UFC loss a few fights back versus Pestrosian, if I'm not mistaken. Pestrosian is not a bad fighter at all. Yeah, Pestrosian's not a bad fighter at all. But I definitely think this is a solid fight at middleweight, and that might be a decent shot for him. The UK guys are getting decent fights on this card, so Chris Leroy Duncan might not be a bad shout. I'll tell you this right now, though. The fight that I did put in the notes that's probably going to be the most fun is Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikidze. They're going to be at 145. There's going to be a ton of strikes. I definitely think this fight has a chance to not go to a decision, but it also has enough strikes to where they could just both batter each other for 3 straight rounds as the opener on the pay-per-view. I lead Allen in his home country, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chikitse was able to get something like an upset. That would be a good odds too. If he did, he's around plus 200, but I do think Allen is going to be able to probably get that job done. I mean, all the UK guys are set up to fight well in their home country right now. I mean, on that card.
I will say Gregory Rodriguez is probably undervalued versus Christian Leroy Duncan.
Yeah, that was the one I was just talking about before I brought up the Arnold Allen.
Yeah, so I will say he's gotten a couple easy fights. Duncan has, and this wasn't the original fight. It's actually a lot tougher fight because Gregory's 6-2 in the UFC, and Christian's only 3-1. But I mean, it might be a little inflated at 3-1. That's what I'm reading. He's gotten a little extremely easy path. The 3 opponents he defeated have a combined record of 5-11. So,
hey, so this might be his fraud check.
Might be a fraud check. As Rodriguez at plus money could be a good deal there. A little undervalued, but I mean, you are more of an expert. I am reading.
That's one we can trail on a Thursday.
Yeah, we got to come back to that one maybe.
Yeah. And then you got Meatball Molly sitting on the card versus Bruno Brazil. She's minus 350.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me see what these props say. Nope. I don't know. I like the submission, like I told you, but I'm gonna have to wait. That's a come back to, I think.
You know what one of my favorite fights on this card is actually?
What's that?
If you go to the prelims, it's actually Muhammad Makayev versus Manel Kep. This fight's funny to me because the last time these two saw each other, they got into a street fight in the middle of a parking lot. So we're gonna see how this turns out. Makayev and we can't play Manel Caps in post fight interviews and stuff that he says and some of his stuff because they'd get us taken off YouTube probably because the way he be cursing. But Cap literally said, "This guy don't know how to fight. Okay, he do all this shit talk. He do all this shit talk. When I catch him outside, I headbutt him. He ain't won nothing." He said, "Oh, I see you soon. That's what Makayev said to me. No, I see you now. I see you in the parking lot. I hit you in the head." Nah, that's not what I'm saying. That he said that could have gotten us take off YouTube. I'm talking about that Daniel Cormier post fight interview. If you know, you know. But nah, man. I definitely see this fight being a scrap. I know Makayev is favored in his home country. I want to see Cap win. I definitely think Cap would be a more fun fighter to promote after a win here. But Makayev will probably use his grappling and end up getting a win in that situation. So I'll probably lean Makayev. He is a favorite right there. Plus, he got slight odds movement in his favor now. He's up to a minus 140 favorite.
Nice.
But overall, man, I mean, think about this. We're going to have tons of fight coverage because this is a great pay-per-view that we're looking at, right? Well, next week we have another pay-per-view light card coming from the UFC with Sanhagen and Umar Nurmagomedov, Shara Bullet versus Mika Orjicek. We got Chito Vera versus Davison Figueiredo, Mackenzie Dern, Lupe Godinez, Michael Chiesa, Togi Ferguson. We got a whole nother fun card next week. So after this pay-per-view this weekend, we're going to be back at it again next week with some fun stuff. So I'm excited for the UFC over the next couple weeks. We also have Terrence Crawford coming back to boxing on August 3rd on that same night that we'll be covering too. So next week's going to be a whole big fight week all over again the next couple weeks. I'm really excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited for this week, mostly. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. We're starting with this week and we're going into next week. Yeah. I'm excited for the whole next couple weeks.
No, I got you.
But all right, man. You ready to move into the baseball?
Yeah, we can move into baseball. I forgot we had baseball.
So before we move into the quick recap, did you have any plays you wanted to get off?
Yeah, I do have one play to parlay.
We don't
Um,
got retired Joe today. We got Parlay Joe.
we got Parlay Joe back in the building. We got the Brewers and the Astros.
Brewers and the Astros. Hey man,
I'm a
the
little worried
Astros
about the
actually made the
Astros.
recap. The Astros actually made the recap, man. Shout out to the Astros.
Astros could get like a weird game today versus the Athletics, but I
Hey
kind of
man, you see they're back in first place in the AL the AL West, right? Yeah.
yeah, they're looking good, man.
They won that series we talked about with the Mariners. They ended up winning that, taking care of that, man. And now they're in slight first place. So what a turnaround for the Astros, man. Beginning of the season, they were looking terrible.
Terrible.
Complete terrible. So shout out to the Astros. The Royals comes out with a sweep over the weekend versus the White Sox. The Nationals, shout out my Nats, they get a sweep over the Reds. And then we also have shout out to the Dodgers, they got a sweep over the Red Sox over the weekend. So a couple sweeps, those were the key things that I was looking at. The Yankees took a loss. The Orioles took a loss. The Yankees are actually a slight slump coming out of the All-Star break over that first 2-3 games versus the Rays. So they got to get right to get out of that. Otherwise, Parlay's Orioles ticket is looking pretty good for his future.
The AL pennant.
hmm And winning the East will definitely help them get the pennant.
And then the World Series. I should have did the East, but I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, and Shohei Otani's looking real good in
Maybe
terms of.
maybe Tampa can like climb up and actually win it, and then I'll be freaking stoked because like I actually have Tampa.
That's funny. No, they're not gonna do all that.
They're slowly they'll like win a couple games and they'll kind of come back down and they'll kind of come back. They playing with me. They playing with me is what they're doing.
And then shout out Shohei carrying it all his momentum from the midweek All-Star break into the weekend, getting some key hits, and getting on base for the Dodgers this weekend in that Red Sox series.
Yeah, man. Shohei is unbelievable. Honestly,
Shohei is an elite talent.
elite.
And that's just about it for the recap part of the baseball. So moving on to this week, you said the two plays that you got were the Brewers and the Astros for today. The series that's actually going to be interesting with the Brewers starting versus the Cubs is today, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The Brewers versus the Cubs.
Is that today?
I don't think that's. I don't think they.
Oh, I'm on the wrong date. My apologies. Oh no, I'm on the right date.
Do they play the Cubs? Let me check.
Brewers play the Cubs tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that.
They got decent movement.
Yeah, great movement, great money on the money line.
Let's see what other movement looks interesting.
It's probably gonna be a close game though.
Yeah, probably for sure.
You see that plus 1.5? Well, like that earlier.
No, yeah, nothing else is crazy movement. The only team that has positive movement is gonna be that's just like similar to the Brewers is gonna be the Rangers versus the White Sox in the first game of their series, which makes sense. The White Sox just got swept and they're not looking the strongest, so that does make sense. The Yankees got their get back today versus the Rays with a 9-1 victory, and Juan Soto had 2 homers today. Maybe they heard us talking about that slump just now, and they said, "Check the score, man. We tied that series up."
Check the score.
Ay.
Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay.
But yeah, that's just about it for the MLS. I mean, I said MLS. My apologies. MLB. Now looking at it, this is Parlay's time of the year for miscellaneous bets. Have you found any so far?
Trump plus 330.
Hey,
But I've
man.
had that for 2 years.
Hey man, honestly, the odd movement on that probably skyrocketed when Mr. Joe said that he's not going to be running for the
Minus
next.
200 right now.
Whew.
I'm riding that. I'm
Hey,
riding
we don't
it.
talk politics.
BTEC,
This
I had
isn't really
BTEC at
talking
plus
politics.
600, but hey, that ain't gonna happen.
Hey man, we don't really talk politics, but
Hey,
that is
bets.
technically
Just
betting
bet.
on politics. So
It's not like we're saying what we like about him. We're just saying we bet on him because of the line movement. I watched it go from plus 700 to plus 330, so I took it. I'm a degenerate. I'm sorry.
now I did want to ask you: have you seen any futures that you liked in the NFL so far this year?
In the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got something in the NFL.
What were you looking at?
You want to hear about the NFL?
Let's hear a couple of them. We got a big announcement at the end of the show for next week, which is kind of related to futures, but
I got the New York Jets to win the whole daggum thing at plus 2,500.
okay, you believe in Aaron
Um,
Rodgers?
I got him to win the AFC at plus 1,300. Hey, man, it's the ayahuasca, bro. I'm telling you, he's coming back from that injury. He said before he was going to find the light, but he had to go through darkness. Hey, he's gone through the darkness. The tunnel is there. The end of the tunnel, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a Super Bowl. I'm telling you.
He had to break the ego down.
The vision is going to come true. He does have a crazy ego, but
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Rodgers is kind of similar to Brady, but he just started his process before he left.
I just
Green
realized
Bay.
I have two bets on the same thing. That's dumb. But it is what it is. They better fucking win. I also have Anthony Richardson to win the MVP at plus 2,500.
So that's your homer pick, okay?
Yeah, that's my homer pick. Philadelphia Eagles to win the Super Bowl at plus 160.
You know, I hope that doesn't happen. No.
I got the Jets again, bro. What the heck? I'm
What were
dumb.
you seeing in the Jets when you were doing your futures?
I don't know. I got the Chiefs at plus 550, and I got the Colts at plus 5,500.
Oh yeah, that homer pick.
And then I got Anthony Richardson plus 3,300 to win Offensive Player of the Year.
Homer pick.
Bro, it could happen plus 3,300.
Homer pick. They're gonna give it to some random wide receiver.
And that's it.
Nah, but yeah, NFL futures are always interesting to me. Let me pull up.
I didn't even know I had the Eagles, bro. I took the green teams because of the dang logo.
Clearly, that was your trend, right?
I
So
took
right
the
now, the
green teams.
Super Bowl, right now, for the Super Bowl, the Chiefs and the 49ers are both plus 600 favorites.
You said the Chiefs. Yeah, I got the Chiefs at plus 550. What are they at now?
Plus 600.
That's not bad.
What do you have the Eagles at?
16.
They're at 1,300 right now.
Let's go.
The Texans are at 1,500. The Bengals are at 1,500. The Lions are at 1,200. The Ravens are at 1,000.
They were 2,000 last year, bro.
The Bills are at 1,500. Cowboys at 1,800. The Jets at 1,800. The Packers at 1,800. Packers, I feel like I got a much better chance than the Jets, in my opinion, even though one of them has Aaron Rodgers and it's not the Packers. The Packers just have a much better roster than the Jets, in my opinion, but time will tell for that. Time will tell. I'm seeing people start to look at the game one lines for college football more and more.
Yeah, I am too.
They're starting to come up in about a month now, actually, to almost a month to the day, right?
Yeah. People won't shut
Yeah,
up.
August 24th. So 2 days from Wednesday is when the college football will. A month from 2 days from Wednesday is when college football will start back up.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like 5 Saturdays.
Bro, we're about to see Evan Storton, Oregon, bro.
Hey, he nice on the video game, bro.
He probably
I just torched somebody with him.
I bet you can. Auburn saw
JB.
build.
You better do better than what you did to me tonight. If you in here, you better win.
Huh?
He wanted me to practice for him for the game he got to play tonight. But I smoked it.
Oh.
I taught him some stuff though. I had to teach him some things.
I forgot Parlay got to teach these young whippersnappers some lessons.
I had to teach him a couple things so he could win tonight.
I'll tell you this, man. Tennis, we will not be checking in on tennis probably until the U.S. Open. Even though there will be tennis during the Olympics, is probably not something we're gonna tap into as much.
Man, tennis is tennis. Tennis is for the people who don't know what they doing. And they just see big money.
Oh, the odds for the Olympics of basketball just came out. Australia's favorited versus Spain. Germany's favorited versus Japan. France is favorited versus Brazil. Canada's favorited versus Greece. Puerto Rico's favorited versus South Sudan. And the U.S. starts their tournament off versus Serbia, who are their minus 16.5-point favorites, the largest favorites of the groups.
Yeah, what he said.
And then the outrights to the gold medal. The U.S. are minus 400 for the gold medal. Canada's plus 1,000. France is plus 1,500. Serbia's plus 1,500. Germany is plus 2,500. Now France is the top odds favorite for the silver medal at plus 260, and then I think Canada is a nice bet for silver medal at plus 380. I definitely think Canada has a solid chance to show up, as well as I think Germany's undervalued at plus 650 just because they won the FIBA World Cup last year, if I'm not mistaken, going all the way to
I
the
want
final and beating
Lithuania.
Canada. Lithuania, are they even in it? I don't think they're in it. They lost to Puerto Rico, I think. I know you're making fun of them, but
I'm just playing. I just know they got cool shirts from like the 70s or 90s or whenever the heck they won the third place.
bruh. And I think they got Sabonis.
When they win third place,
Is that like the 80s?
I don't know. They had a tie-dye T-shirt, so it's got to be. When did Lithuania? Lithuania. That was in 92.
Dang, the U.S. women aren't even nice at field hockey? That's crazy.
I don't know how because UNC is like
Bro, the favorites to win the men's field hockey is Belgium, and the favorites to win the women's field hockey is like the Netherlands.
Do we have lacrosse?
Let's see.
Lax, bruh?
There's lacrosse on here. So far, I do not see lacrosse.
No lax? That's crazy, bruh. That's not kosher.
Oh, they got handball.
Handball? They got racquetball? They got pickleball?
I don't think they have pickleball. They have
Pickleball
shooting.
Olympic sport. Shooting!
They got 10-meter air pistol. They got the men's trap, the men's skeet, the men's 50-meter rifle, the men's 25-meter rapid fire pistol. You know what's funny? In 3 of the 5 categories, the favorite winner is the favorite odds-wise is Chinese. So that means China must be elite at the shooting sports, like elite.
Oh, they're elite at everything.
Oh, they got surfing.
I told you.
I didn't say they didn't. I found it.
I already knew they had surfing because it's new this year.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been to the U.S. Open, bro.
Oh, the U.S. is the favorites for the gold medal in 2024.
It's gonna.
For the women's soccer, the U.S. are the favorites.
It's gonna be Brazil. My bad.
Women's soccer. Yeah, the
Women's
USA
surfing.
is the favorite. Spain's the second. Spain's the defending World Cup champion. So, but they also in controversy with their federation. You know, the president of their federation force kissed one of their best players. It's a whole different. Yeah, like they got a whole litigation thing going on in Spain over their president, but that's crazy. But that's the Olympics. We will come back to it on Thursday. We'll also come back with more UFC 304 coverage, and it won't be as long of a show. But one thing we do want to say before we get out of here is big announcement, Parlay. You want to let them know?
Big announcement. A special college football episode this Monday, this coming up Monday, not today, but next Monday, with the one and only Jake Crane from Crane & Company. So we will be talking all futures with college football. Look at a little schedule, over unders. Haven't bet any of those yet. Still gotta find those on a good book. There's some teams. There's some teams we gotta talk about, man. There's gonna be some good teams and there's gonna be some bad teams, but we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be interesting. And I have the Heisman. I got the Heisman ready. I got the college football ready. I know who's going to win everything. So y'all better be there. I got it.
Monday
I went to the future. I was right last year with both of them. I had Michigan and Jayden Daniels winning. So y'all need to listen to me when I talk about this stuff because I am Future Joe now.
Future Joe's coming in. Retired Joe has left the building. Future
Get out
Joe
my
is
crib, cuz.
Future Joe is here, man. And with that being said, man, that's Parlay.
That's Matt, and I
We
did
the
it
Gritty
right.
Gamblers. We'll
And we the
catch y'all
Gritty
on
Gamblers.
Thursday. Peace.
We out.
Whenever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.